2-1 last week, 11-7 on the season. Let's make some picks. I'm CineSport's Noah Coslov. Doing the picking is Ralph Russo, Associated Press college football writer. We start with Michigan State, the 108th meeting. They're at the Big House. Who do you have?
You know, Michigan State has dominated this series lately, and Mark D'Antonio has built his program on beating Michigan, on the idea that they're the underdog, but they work for everything they get, and Michigan is the entitled program that just has things handed to them. The difference is Jim Harbaugh is there this year at Michigan, and the rebuilding has gone a lot better and faster than I think most people realize. Michigan is pounding people on offense with its running game. It's playing smothering defense. The Wolverines haven't given up a point the last 3 games. In some ways, Michigan looks like what we think of Michigan State's best teams. I think it actually comes down to quarterbacks. You know, it's strange to say, but that's Michigan State's big advantage is they have an NFL quarterback in Connor Cook, and Michigan has Jake Ruddock, who's more of a game manager. I think if Cook plays a big game, that could be what separates Michigan State from Michigan at the Big House. However, I'll take Michigan. I'm buying in on Harbaugh.
All right, so we'll take both sides and then take Michigan. Michigan 6-9-1 in this series when both teams are ranked. How about Alabama, Texas A&M? A&M's 5-0. Last year they started 5-0 and then went 8-5.
Yeah, and a lot of the really bad stuff started, or at least the worst of it started with a terrible beatdown at Alabama, lost 59-0. I think I've learned my lesson, put it first of all. I picked against Alabama, against Georgia. I knew that was a bad idea. I'm sticking with the Crimson Tide. I like that defense. I think they do have to figure out a way to protect their quarterback and get the most out of Jake Goker, especially going against Myles Garrett, the great defensive end from Texas A&M. But I'll take Saban, I'll take Alabama, and that really good running game against Texas A&M.
Smart move. Stop picking against Nick Saban. Let's move on. USC-Notre Dame, obviously a crazy week for USC, and it's been a crazy season for Notre Dame. Who do you have?
Yeah, you know, it's hard to really determine what happens on the field because of all that goes on off the field with USC. Do the Trojans come in inspired and rally around Clay Helton, the interim coach? You know, use what has happened with their coach Steve Sarkisian getting fired as a way to sort of galvanize the team and come up with a great effort against their big rival? Or are they a discombobulated mess going into the biggest game of the season? My guess is it's probably somewhere in between. I'll lean more towards discombobulated. Notre Dame is really good. They have a lot to play for in terms of playoff hopes. I'll take the Fighting Irish.
I'll tell you what, you've galvanized me and inspired me for the rest of my day, so thank you. Ralph Russo of the Associated Press, good talking to you. Safe travels.
Thanks, Noah.